Everything we do is under fire. Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day, or X today, saying like, we are the media, you are the media. My message to Elon Musk is, bullshit, you're not the media.
Oh dear, he must have a pretty nasty infection, this guy, because his phagocytosis is in overdrive. Nurse, I need 200 mils of copium to be administered via IP. Intrapenis. He needs some lead in his pencil. You're not the media. Where have I heard that guy before?
Everything we do is under fire. Elon Musk sits on Twitter every day, or X today, saying like, we are the media, you are the media. My message to Elon Musk is, bullshit, you're not the media. You having a blue check mark, a Twitter handle, and 300 words of cleverness doesn't make you a reporter. You don't do that by popping off on Twitter. You don't do that by having an opinion. You do it by doing the hard work.
Oh, so we have another gatekeeper of what is and isn't journalism, have we? Gotta put in the hard work, he says. What, like you, what did you do? I worked my way through college. Yeah, well, sorry to break it to you, but nobody cares. Put in the hard work. What, in some phony baloney college? Night school for newshawks? Who's to say you've been working harder than me? They don't give these away, you know. I think it's time we put these hacks in their place. Welcome to my investigative journalism channel, The Daniel Boland Show.
Who's Daniel Boland? Oh, Daniel Boland, this is a heavy hitter. Do you guys know who this is?
Yeah, come on, slow clap, everybody. Whoa.
Al Sharpton? Reverend Al Sharpton. The only thing you should be slow clapping for, Al Sharpton, are the three R's. Racism, racketeering, and religiosity. That has really been your bread and butter for 60 years, hasn't it? You massive criminal.
First of all, I've got to say, extraordinary content. It needed to be said.
Yeah.
It continues to need to be said when all of the garbage is flying around on social media.
Yes, I bet you don't really care for social media, do you, Joe Scarborough? It's really quite something that the people who once faced absolutely no scrutiny, because there were like 2 or 3 networks, and people who liked those networks and subscribed to those views watched your shows and had no way of making any kind of commentary about it until social media was born. You happen to be the people that just despise social media. You bastards who are so lucky to be the chosen ones. You know how close you were to never leaving Georgia, Joe Scarborough? You damn fool! Those days are over, Joe. That was your time. This is our time now. Meritocracy rules, and meritocracy says that I could sit here making bracelets with my kids and probably get more views than you. Alright, so take your 20 million a year, okay, and piss off!
Lying about reporters, lying about the hard work they do, lying about the hard work editors do, lying about everything up and down.
Yes, that's right.
About not only their alternative set of facts, but alternative set of facts about what people like you do.
Jim VandeHei? What exactly does Jim VandeHei do? I haven't seen Jim VandeHei in anything since Universal Soldier.
Bullshit, you're not the media.
Or if social media, people lying every day, every hour, every minute about the news. What you do matters. What the New York Times does matters. What the Wall Street Journal does matters. What Jonathan Lemire does matters. What the Financial Times does matters. What NBC News and MSNBC reporters do matters. It matters.
I gotta say, it feels like you're overcompensating. You know, hearing that repeated, underlined, emphasized so many times that something matters kind of makes me feel like it doesn't. Kind of like when Black Lives Matter came out. Initially, I was like, yeah, I guess. Why? Of course. And they kept saying it, and I was like, maybe. What I'm saying is, it sometimes has the opposite effect. You need to be more subtle, Joe. Didn't they teach you that in night school, when you were putting in all of those hard hours to become a certified hack? Look at Mika there. Mika Berezhinsky, she knows her husband's full of shit, dying of cringe. See, that's the one thing. You might be able to fool some of the people some of the time, but the person who sees you every day of your life, they know.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility
is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about trouble and irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think.
See, I guess what their point is, and it's a very valid one, the legacy media, right? The mainstream media, what they are saying is that they check everything. They're very balanced, they're very nuanced, they hold themselves accountable, and they don't try to spin stories to suit their narrative, okay? They don't have any implicit biases, okay? They just report the facts as they are and don't try to let their opinions and tendencies and ideologies get in the way of just reporting the facts.
President Trump, as he winds down his last few weeks in office, is considering preemptive pardons for all his adult children, including his son-in-law, Jared. What a mess. More as we know. Cue all the hand-wringing and gnashing of teeth today about a president using his power, his pardon power, his powers as president, to do something for a family member. Tell me more about how outraged we all are about President Biden's pardon for his son.
Thank God for people like Rachel Maddow just reporting the facts. You know, you could have had some crazed ideologue on MSNBC telling us how, Trump just pardoned Ivanka Trump's father-in-law for some tax evasion thing 20 years ago that he's already served time for. Or, Bill Clinton, when he pardoned his half-brother 25 years ago, that was a similar situation. It was a guy who'd already done time, and it was some petty crime that nobody cares about. They'd say something like, that's not the same as letting off your crackhead son who is yet to stand trial for some fairly serious allegations. Or worse still, they might use some AI-edited video to make out like Joe Biden said he would never pardon his son, when we all know that never happened.
Presidential promise to put the law before a family.
I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
Letting the world know that he will not wipe away the decision of 12 of his son's peers.
Was asked directly, and he has said he wouldn't pardon his son if he gets convicted.
Let's wait and see what happens if he loses.
Yeah, but he said it.
He's going to get pardoned by his dad. There's no question about that.
The president has ruled out pardoning his son.
Major commitment from the president, accepting the outcome of the trial and also pledging not to pardon his son.
So the challenge for him is really to continue to live up to his values when it was really personal, and he did that today.
One side, Democrats and Joe Biden protecting the justice system, and on the other, Republicans and Trump protecting Trump.
Our current president of the United States has so much respect for the law that he has said he would not pardon his son. I mean, what... Yeah. Again, it's all about the contrast.
President Biden saying, I will respect whatever this jury decides, versus Donald Trump after he was convicted on 34 counts, saying the entire system is rigged against him.
Joe Biden's gotten asked about, talking about law and order. He's gotten asked if he would pardon his son. He has said no. On the other side, you've got Donald Trump, who has said that he will pardon the January 6th insurrectionists. They're not even his sons. They're just sons of bitches.
The presidential pardon was originally meant to grant the president the power to temper justice with mercy. It was not enshrined in our Constitution so that a dishonorable man could reward his criminal allies, friends, and family for their corrupt practices. I don't have a problem with Biden pardoning his son. He should have pardoned him. The crazies are coming, right? But to me, it's like, pardon more.
Joy Reid is right. They should pardon everybody. The crazies are coming.
And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Wow, I am trembling with fear. Now, I have just one more thing I want to show you before we finish today's video. And it kind of refers to something I mentioned in my last video, which I just made a little remark about how I don't think this kind of behaviour is exclusive to the left. And what I mean by that is that I think there are a lot of rage-baity kind of grifter types on the right too. But the great thing about social media, to me, is something that Elon Musk is pointing out all the time. There just is a lot more input. If you put something that's a load of BS on Twitter, a load of people will put the comments, will put in the comment section the counter argument, right? And then you've got community notes. And a great example of all of these things I've just said was the last couple of days, a load of people that I follow on Twitter, or come up on my feed at least, going mental over some Christmas tree in London, saying, oh my God, it's so woke, oh, it's so cheap, or whatever. And I'll just show you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Seems fairly innocuous, right? It's just a Christmas tree. They're just turning the lights on. Okay, it's not the best tree I've ever seen. My tree is looking way better. For example. But I started seeing comments like this all over Twitter.
And then you had the London Christmas tree that Sadiq Khan done, and he doesn't celebrate Christmas. This proves soon that Christmas will be a thing of the past. This is no effort for the capital.
Fascist! Racist! Sexist! Fascist!
And the point I'm making here about this is that this story immediately got community noted. This is nothing to do with Sadiq Khan. It's the traditional way this tree has been decorated since 1942. This tree is a token of gratitude from Norway for the UK's assistance in World War II and has been decorated this exact way since the tradition started in 1942. Yeah, you read through all the comments and yeah, there was a load of people who were confused about it. This is the worst Christmas tree I've seen in my life. I don't remember a tree this bad. Now, imagine just a small group of conglomerates, conglomerations, what do you call them? A small group of companies. There's the word. Corporations, that's the word that everyone hates, isn't it? Imagine if it was just like back in the day when a few corporations ran everything. If social media was like that, we'd never get community notes. It'd just be whatever they say, and then if they felt like correcting themselves a few months down the line, they could. And that would be it, wouldn't it? So who's the journalist now, Jean-Claude Van Damme? You may have gone to college, but you didn't get... Oh, I'll put that plaque back on the shelf. Well, alright, you get the point. I'm a journalist. That's the point of today's video. Look, if you've enjoyed today's video, today's report, then give the video a like. Let the universe know what a great time you've had, and let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And maybe you could subscribe to the channel, and if you want to get some exclusive content, which I'm making lots of at the moment, and you want to help out with the channel even further, you can click on the link to my Patreon, which is in the description, and it's the pinned comment in the comment section, hopefully, if I remember. Anyway, I think we've finished for today. I'll leave you with the outro video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!